Welcome back to our SQL data analysis series. In this episode, we'll dive into an essential SQL clause for organizing your data, that is order by. First things first, what is the purpose of order by? SQL does not guarantee the order of query results unless you explicitly sort them. So to sort the data in a specific order, you need to use order by clause. Let's look at its syntax. Order by followed by column name or the position of the column. For example, for the first column, you can use the number 1 instead of the name of the column. Both column name and the column position work the same way. And the sorting comes in two ways, ascending or descending. If you don't explicitly mention anything in the order by clause, it returns you the result in an ascending order. Or you can use ASC clause. But if you need it in the descending order, explicitly add DESC at the end of the SQL statement. Your entire order by can be applied to the select statement. Now let's turn to PostgreSQL to get some hands-on. Open PostgreSQL. Let's use the table Walmart sales to learn our order by. Remember, this is the Kaggle dataset that we imported into PostgreSQL in our previous episode. So let's use the same for our practice. Let's give a quick glance of the data of this particular dataset. What is the query you want to use? You're right. Select star from table. Execute it. This is how your data looks like. Now, which column do we want to sort it? Let's sort the data based on weekly sales. So order by, what is the column that you wanted to sort the data on? It is weekly sales. Let me execute it. So the data is sorted now. Let's do the reverse by DESC. You see the highest sales on the top of your result set with this descending order. Now that we have seen the sorting capability on one specific column, you can very well apply this sorting order on more than one column. Let's look at that. Let's retrieve the data set which stores in an ascending order and sales in the descending order. That means store column should be ASC and weekly sales should be DSC. Let's apply on this. Order by weekly sales DSC is already there. Let's add store ASC. Execute it. Your store's order is in ascending order. First you're seeing store 1 and then store 2, accordingly weekly sales in descending order. To understand clearly, let's take the store and weekly sales in the select clause. The store 1, you'll see the weekly sales in the descending order. And then moving to store 2, you'll again start seeing the sales in the descending order. So that's how order by works when applied on multiple columns. But if I remove store ASC from here and keep only weekly sales DESC, it will not consider about the store sequence. It will directly give you the highest weekly sales on the top, regardless of the store sequence. See, the store ID that you are looking at is 14. Earlier, what we have seen? Store ID 1. That means first it is considering the preceding column that we have applied order by on. All right. We talked about using column position in the order by clause. Let's look at that. Weekly sales is the third column. It doesn't start from 1, it starts from 0. So the weekly sales column is 0, 1, 2. You'll see the same result. Since we have already learnt about where condition and now we learnt order by, let's do something in combination of using both where and order by. I want to see only store 14 sales in an ascending order. How do you write the query? What did I say? Store 14 weekly sales in ascending order. Just copying this. I said ascending order. Where do you want to use your where here in the class? Is that at the end or at the middle? Where should always follow a table. So after Walmart sales table name, where store is equal to 14. So here is your query. You're seeing only store 14 sales. There are 143 rows of store 14 records. Remember, where should always precede order by. It should never be used after order by. So now you know how to use order by clause with column names, column positions, in combination with where clause. All good. Do a little more hands-on with the sample queries that I provide in the description box link. See you in the next one.